The biggest mistake we see brands make on Amazon in terms of ads is increased budgets without increased efficiency. Believe it or not, in ads, more money spent does not equal more sales. Let's talk about it. And hello, welcome back to the channel. But if this is your first time watching a video on this channel, hello, my name is Crystal and I'm the founder of Amazon Sellers Society and Sellers Society. We are an Amazon service provider, a certified partner for Amazon, and we support sellers on Amazon in the UAE, KSA, Egypt, as well as Turkey. Make sure that you reach out to us if you need help and support with things like ad optimization, listing optimization, anything and everything related to selling successfully on Amazon. www.assmiddleeast.org. Book a call with the team, learn a little bit more about our services. You'll find also some additional free resources in the description box of this video. I'm an Amazon Ads educator. This video is in partnership with Amazon Ads. Let's talk about the top 3 mistakes, or rather the mistakes that sellers make in terms of spending more money on ads. So I think the biggest mistake would be thinking that if you spend more money on ads, you're just simply gonna get better sales. And the good news is that's not the case, because that means you don't have to spend a lot of money. First of all, increasing your ad budget, just simply raising your ad budget, does not mean that it will improve the efficiency of your ad. And expecting more sales just because you're spending more money on ads also doesn't work all the time. So higher budget in terms of ads don't always translate to more revenue or more sales. And overlooking performance. Performance is very important in terms of ads. Ads is a very data-driven part of this business. So ignoring key metrics like ROAS and TACOS, even ACOS, can be detrimental, because then you'll just be spending money on ads without generating any sales. So if you are stuck in this situation where you find yourself that you're just simply spending money on ads and those ads are not generating you any sales, listen up. We've got a 3-step framework that we follow in order to get efficient results from ads. Here is the 3-step scaling framework. Number 1, we need to segment by performance. And segmentation of what? Segmentation of keywords, because that's how the whole Amazon ads system works. Number 2, incremental scaling, meaning slowly, steady wins the race, not budget blasts. And then product-specific ad strategies. Let's start with step number 1, which is segmentation by performance. We think about, other than creating an auto campaign, in terms of creating manual campaigns, we think about 3 separate segments. Segment number 1 would contain your hero keywords. Hold on, I'm going to give you some examples. So the hero keywords would be the keywords that have very high search volume, and those would be your main sales drivers as well, mostly your exact keywords. Discovery keywords would be keywords that are a little bit more long tail, maybe a little bit more out there, maybe keywords that are even broad in nature, where customers rather use those keywords in order to discover your product. And then branded term. Let me give you an actual example. So if you wanted to sell something like this very similar product to the Stanley Cup, we'll put it somewhere on the screen. Your hero keyword would be something like a large tumbler or 40-ounce tumbler, or even Stanley Cup alternative. Those would be your hero keywords. Those would be the main keyword, exact keywords that customers are using in order to find your product. Your discovery keywords would be, which would be mid to top funnel types of keywords, would be something like water bottle for gym. I know this is not necessarily a water bottle, but still it does work under this keyword. It's a discovery keyword. Coffee thermos for women. Long tail discovery types of keywords. And then your branded keyword would be your competitor keywords plus your own brand keywords, such as Stanley Cup, Hydro Flask, and also your own brand name with tumbler with it or without tumbler, depending on how well known your brand name is. 3 different types of segmentation for keywords depending on performance. Logically speaking, hero keywords are going to be performing the best. Discovery keywords will help you to get those types of customers that are still in the discovery phase, and branded keywords are sometimes a little bit expensive depending on who your target, who your competitors are. So you would want to be careful with those, but also those are also very valuable. Now, with that being said, step number 2 would be incremental scaling, not budget blasts. What does this mean? We would suggest that you increase your ad budget, even your bids, 10 to 20% on a weekly basis, not more than that. You want to, like the saying goes, steady wins the race. You don't want to blast your budgets because you don't really know whether increasing your budgets by 100% is going to give you any sort of results in terms of sales. So weekly budget increases, one time per week. We normally dedicate every Friday to work on our budgets. 10 to 20% increases of the bids, anything you want to increase, whether that be the bids or the campaign budget, you just do it on a 10 to 20% increase. I know it's very low, but it's better that you keep everything under control. The things that you need to monitor are ROAS and also TACOs. TACOs is normally not a metric that you find inside of your campaign manager. Mostly your campaign manager focuses on ACOS. But TACOs, which equals to total advertising cost of sale, is really something that you need to look at, specifically if you are launching new products on Amazon, because ads really do make a difference in terms of your organic sales as well as your advertising sales. So we would highly suggest that you look at TACOs as a very relevant metric. Now, why are those metrics very important? Because logically speaking, if a campaign or even a keyword has good ROAS, depending on your analytics, good might mean something different. So ROAS of a 3 might be very low for a seller, whereas it might be very good for another seller. But approximately on average, you don't want to be lower than a ROAS of 3 and a TACOs of 20. That would be the maximum that you want to be at. Just this is general numbers, of course. It's dependent on a lot of factors. But as a general rule of thumb, if your ROAS is high for the campaign or even for the keyword, if you were budgeting for the keyword, and your TACOs is low, then those would be the types of campaigns or even keywords that you would want to increase the budgets for. But for a campaign that is not performing well, you certainly wouldn't want to add more money into that campaign unless you have somehow identified that the campaign isn't performing well because you're just bidding too low, which maybe could be the case. And now, step number 3, product-specific ad strategies. What does this mean? You have different types of products that you sell on Amazon, and just to make things easy, I've categorized them into 2 separate categories, as you can see. Quick and impulsive types of products and deep dive types of products. Quick and impulsive types of products would be the products that customers don't really need to do a deep dive, such as maybe if I wanted to buy coffee pods or milk. I want it immediately, I want it quickly. So those types of quick and impulsive products, customers would be really looking at products that are top of search and the first fold of the main keyword page, search results page. So you want to advertise accordingly. If you're advertising at the bottom if your ad is showing up, or even if you're showing up organically on page number 2, it's going to be highly unlikely that you get any sales because customers just are quick and impulsive. Now, if you're selling deep dive type of products, this would be your home decor, because I'm going to do a deep dive if I want to buy a couch or if I want to buy like some type of home decor where I'm really looking and taking my time to find something that not only adheres to my requirements in terms of a price, but also adheres to my requirements in terms of, what it looks like. So yeah, I'm going to do a deep dive. I'm possibly going to definitely look at the first page, the whole first page, probably even the second page. So if you're selling those types of products, would be deep dive types of products, of course, your strategy can be different than those quick and impulsive, and you do want to try to show up in different places where customers tend to do a deep dive, such as the second page, product targeting types of campaigns where you show up in the page of your competitors, and such types of campaigns really perform very well. And that's it for this quick video. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It helps us grow the channel and it motivates us to do more videos with tips and tutorials like this. Remember, if you have any question, make sure that you leave all your questions and your comments in the comment section below so that we can get inspired to create videos that can help and support you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in another video with more information. Bye.